Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for today's MLB slate on Wednesday, August the 9th. We have a full 15 game slate today. We do have some early games today, but for the sake of this video, the two plays that we're going to talk about in this video that I do like for tonight's slate, they're both going to come from the later games, from the night games, so you'll have plenty of time to get these plays in. I didn't want to give out any plays in the early games just because by the time I get this video uploaded, those games are going to start in a couple hours. So that really doesn't give you guys a ton of time to get these plays in. So we're going to talk about the two plays I do like for today. Before we do that though, as always, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos and if they do help you out, make sure you hit that like button down below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you have never checked out Prizepicks before, you can sign up for Prizepicks and use my promo code Noah. If you look at the bottom of the screen when you sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code, you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. So be sure to check out Prizepicks. If you have not yet, use that code when you do sign up. Also, want to shout out Sleeper. We are now partnered up with Sleeper, guys. And if you have not heard of Sleeper, they are also offering a $100 match on your first deposit when you use promo code Noah over on Sleeper as well. Now, Sleeper is a little bit different than Prizepicks and some of these other DFS sites. On Sleeper, it's a dynamic payout. It's not a fixed payout. So for like Prizepicks, for example, no matter if you take the over or the under on two props, usually it's always going to pay out the same. Well, on Sleeper, the payouts change based on the odds of the play hitting. So if a play has a very high chance of the over hitting, you might only get like a 1.4 or a 1.5x payout for taking that prop over. But if, for example, the under doesn't have a high chance of hitting, well, the under, you could get like a 2 or 2.5 or a 3x payout. So on Sleeper, you can take props that have 3, 4x payouts just on that one pick alone. Like for baseball, you can take home run props on Sleeper, so you can take a guy over 0.5 home runs. You can take guys over 0.5 stolen bases, and these are props that obviously Prizepicks doesn't offer because the odds would be so favored towards the under on those plays that Prizepicks doesn't want to offer those because it's a fixed payout on Prizepicks. Well, again, on Sleeper, they're able to offer more props because it's a dynamic payout, and they can the payouts can change based on what you take. But on Sleeper, you can win up to 100x your money. So if you're one of those people that really likes to chase for those high payouts, I definitely recommend you give Sleeper a try. And again, guys, if you're not signed up for Sleeper yet, use promo code Noah over there. Get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you do sign up for Sleeper with my promo code. But let's talk through Prizepicks and the two props I like on Prizepicks for today. We're going to start off in the pitcher fantasy score category. I got a pitcher fantasy score that I'm liking for today, and then I have a strikeout prop that I'm liking for today. So for pitcher fantasy score, I want to talk about Michael Lorenzen. Unfortunately, this line did just get bumped up. It was at 27.5, and literally right before I started recording, it just got bumped up to 28.5. That's really frustrating, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm still going to be taking the over here for Michael Lorenzen over 28.5 fantasy score. Would have loved to have gotten this line at 27.5, but I'll still take it at 28.5. So Lorenzen gets a pretty good matchup here against the Nationals. Now, the Nationals this season, if you look at their splits against right-handed pitching, they've been, offensively, they've not really been that good of an offensive team. This Nationals team, they don't really have much power. They're not the scariest lineup in general. The one issue, I guess, when you're taking pitchers against the Nationals, if you're taking like an over, for example, the Nationals don't really strike out at all. I mean, if you look at their K rate this season, they do have the second lowest K rate, 19% strikeout rate versus right-handed pitching this season. So rarely do you see pitchers going up against the Nationals, go out there and get like 8, 9, 10 strikeouts unless it's like a really elite strikeout pitcher. I'm not expecting Michael Lorenzen to go out there and get 8, 9 strikeouts here. Obviously, with his fantasy score line only being 28.5, we don't really need him to do that. If you look at where he's projected for DK Sportsbook, if you look at the odds, kind of look at all his props individually, he's heavily favored to go over 17.5 pitching outs. He's minus 190 to go over 17.5 pitching outs, so he's favored to pitch 6 innings. His strikeout prop on DK Sportsbook, it is set at 4.5 with pretty heavy juice on the under, minus 175 on under 4.5 strikeouts. And then his earned runs prop is set at 2.5, also with heavy juice on the under, minus 140 on under 2.5 earned runs for Lorenzen. So if we calculate, that basically how, with Prizepicks fantasy score, how their scoring chart works, Lorenzen would be projected for 6 innings, 4 strikeouts, and 2 earned runs. Well, on Prizepicks, that would be 28 fantasy score. That's why I liked getting the line at 27.5 because I feel like there was some good value at 27.5. At 28.5, the value kind of dwindles a little bit because there is definitely a chance that Lorenzen finishes with 28 fantasy score, and if that happens, obviously we would lose this pick. But I feel like Lorenzen can get more than 28 fantasy points here. He could get more than 4 strikeouts if his strikeout stuff's good. If it's good. He's never really been that good of a strikeout pitcher. He has just a 20% K rate this season. But again, there are some Ks you can get in this Nationals lineup. I mean, Lane Thomas, he does have a 29% K rate against right-handed pitching this season. Jake Alou has a 24% K rate. Blake Rutherford, don't know who this guy is. I think he's a new guy they called up or added, but he's got a 50% K rate in a short sample against right-handed pitching this season. So there's a couple of guys in this Nationals team or in this Nationals lineup that will strike out. But really, this Nationals team, they just don't really have much power. They're not a scary offense. This is a spot where I think Lorenzen can definitely limit the damage, should be able to pitch deep into the game, and I think a quality start is pretty likely here for Lorenzen. I think a win is definitely possible as well. The Phillies, they've been putting up runs lately. Their offense has been heating up. They have a 5.4 implied run total for today, whereas on the other hand, the Nationals have just a 3.9 implied run total. So the Phillies are pretty big favorites to win this game. So if we can get a win for Lorenzen, obviously that would be 6 additional fantasy points. So there's a lot of ways that he could clear this 28.5 fantasy score line. Again, I hate that this got bumped up a point. I would have loved to have gotten this at 27.5, but I think at 28.5, it's still fine to take, and I'll still be taking it at this line. So that'll be the first play we roll for today. Michael Lorenzen, more than 28.5 fantasy score. And then the other prop that I like is going to be a strikeout prop, and we're going to look at Max Fried, 5 strikeouts. Going to be taking him to have more than 5 strikeouts here. So Max Fried, he's only made 6 starts this season. He's been injured for a large portion of this season. He made his first start of the year against the Nationals, and I'm pretty sure he got injured after that start. Then he came back against the Padres and I think he made 3 starts in the middle of April. And then early May against Baltimore, he got injured, and then he made his return last start against the Cubs. He was out for about 2 months, I believe, or June, July. He was actually out for 3 months, I think. But he made his return last start against the Cubs, and he pitched really, really well. Fried looked great in his return. He pitched 6 innings, only allowed 3 hits, racked up 8 strikeouts. He did only throw 72 pitches in that start, so he was fairly limited. But I would think, with it, obviously that was his first start back in over 3 months. I would think after throwing 72 pitches in his last start, he probably throws at least 80, 85 pitches today. Maybe they let him get up to 90 pitches. He should have a fairly full workload. I don't think he'll be quite full. I don't think he's going to throw over 100 pitches. But I think 85, 90 pitches is somewhat likely here for Max Fried. And if he's going to be able to throw 85, 90 pitches, then he'll probably be able to pitch 6 innings. And if he's going to go 6 innings, I like his chances of getting at least 5 strikeouts against this Pirates team. I mean, this is a really good matchup for strikeouts. The Pirates have been striking out a lot this season. Versus left-handed pitching, they do have the 10th highest K rate in the league, 23.3%. And if we take a look at their lineup and just kind of look at the hitters in this lineup, in their projected lineup, the top of the lineup, there's not a ton of guys at the top of the lineup that are going to strike out. You do have a 21% K rate for Connor Joe, 21% for Brian Reynolds. Andrew McCutchen, just a 17% K rate. 21% though for Henry Davis, 18% for Brian Hayes. But then once you get past those guys, there's a lot of strikeouts at the bottom of this order. Jack Sawinski, if he's in the lineup, he has a 45% K rate against left-handed pitching this season. Indy Rodriguez has a 33% K rate. Peguero, don't know if I said that correctly, but he has a 42% K rate against lefties this season. So there are definitely strikeouts available in this Pirates lineup, and we've seen Max Fried show good strikeout stuff this season. Again, he's only made 6 starts this year. He's been injured for a large majority of the season, but in those 6 starts, he's posted a 26% K rate, which is up from last year. Last year, he had a 22% K rate, so the strikeout stuff has been better for Fried this season. The matchup here against the Pirates, I think, is really good. This is a spot where I think we can definitely get at least 5 strikeouts from Fried. Feel like he can at least push this line, but hopefully he can get 6 or more. And against this Pirates team that strikes out quite a bit against lefties, I like his chances of getting 6 or more Ks here. So that's going to be our other play for today is Max Fried, more than 5 strikeouts. And these are 2 early props, guys, that I'm liking for this Wednesday slate. Again, if you guys are going to be tailing me on these 2 plays, hopefully we can cash out. We did hit both of our plays yesterday. Hopefully you guys did tail those. Let's try and do it again for this Wednesday slate. But again, guys, appreciate you watching the video. As always, appreciate you supporting the content. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys, again, are new to the channel, make sure you check out Prizepicks. Sign up for Prizepicks. Use that promo code NOAH as listed on the bottom of the screen. You'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. Also, if you guys have never heard of Sleeper, we are now partnered up with Sleeper. You can download the Sleeper app either on your App Store if you have an iPhone or on the Google Play Store if you have an Android. Download the app, sign up, make a deposit, and be sure to use that promo code NOAH. Before you make your deposit, you will get your first deposit matched up to $100 over on Sleeper as well. So check them out if you have not yet. But again, guys, appreciate you watching the video. As always, appreciate you guys supporting the content. Hopefully we can win some money today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.